Welcome back. Okay, let's take a look at lesson 4.5 on page 240, relative frequency tables. So we're still working with frequency tables, except relative frequency tables are all about the percentages. Okay, so if you're calculating a relative frequency table, so if it's asked you to look at it by row, you're going to divide each number by the row total. You're going to divide each number in the row by the row total. If it asks you to look at it as a column two-way frequency table, then you're going to divide each number by that column total. So you have to make sure that you're reading it and looking at what they're saying exactly, by row or by column. Okay, so let's take a look at an example, a couple of examples. It says round to the nearest percent, use this relative or this frequency table. Okay, what percent? So now we're going to take our answer and we're going to turn it into a percent. What percent of the people surveyed have artistic ability? Okay, well, the total percentage of people that were surveyed, or the total number of people that were surveyed about their artistic ability, is 223. That was the total number surveyed. So the people that said they did have artistic ability would be this right here. So 101 out of 223 said they have artistic ability. So now we're actually going to plug that into your calculator, 101 divided by 203, and then you're going to turn it into a decimal. So you have to move the decimal two to the right, 2 places to the right. Okay, so this would end up being 45%. Okay, so if we take a look at the next one, what percent of the left-handed people surveyed have artistic ability? Now this time, what percent of left-handed people have artistic ability? So we're going to look in the left-handed row. What percent of left-handed people, so this is by row, said they have artistic ability? Well, 86 people that are left-handed out of 131 said yes. So 86 divided by 131, because we're looking at it by row now, because it was talking about left-handed. So plug that in your calculator, 6 divided by 131, and move the decimal 2 places to the right and round, 66%. Okay, let's answer one more question about that. What percent of the people who have artistic ability are left-handed? So what percent of the people who have artistic ability are left-handed? So what percent of people that have artistic ability are left-handed? So the percent of people that have artistic ability. So now we're looking at it by column. These are the people that said they have artistic ability. How many are left-handed? Well, that would be 86 out of 101 people that said they were artistic. So we're going to do 86 divided by 101. So 86 divided by 101. Remember, you have to move the decimal 2 to the right to change it into a percent, and then around 85%. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So we have a two-way frequency table here. These are not percentages. And it says complete the two-way relative frequency table to show the distribution of the data with respect to all 120 people. Okay, so it's telling you to use the total 120 people as your total. And then it says round to the nearest 10th. So now what you're doing here is you're going to divide every one of these numbers by 120. So we'll just do the first row. So you're going to take each one of these numbers, every single one, and divide by 120. And again, move the decimal 2 to the right. So for this first row, that's this first number, 25 divided by 120. So you plug in 25 divided by 120 in your calculator and round to the 10th place, 20.8%. Okay, now find the next one. The next top middle, you're going to use the top middle number, 33 divided by 120. Plug that into your calculator, move the decimal 2 to the right and round, 27.5. Okay, and then this last one in this top row, 58 divided by 120. Every single one of these numbers gets divided by 120 because that's what it said in the directions with respect to 120 people. 58 divided by 120. 120. Move the decimal 2 to the right and round, 48.3. Okay, and then to complete this, you would absolutely keep going on that. Everything divided by 120. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This is slightly different. This says complete the two-way relative frequency table to show the distribution of the data with respect to color, by color. So now if you take a look at this frequency table, color is in rows. So we're going to look at this by row. We're going to take each number, each one of these in each row, so 15 and 10, we're going to divide by that row's total. So for this one, it would be 15 divided by 25, that row's total, and 10 divided by 25. Okay, so then 15 divided by 25, plug that into your calculator and round, and you're going to get 60%. 10 divided by 25, that row's total, 10 divided by 25 would be 40%. And if you notice, if you add straight across, 60 plus 40 is 100%, because 25 divided by 25 would be 100%. Okay, so then we would take the next row, 13 divided by that row's total of 30. So 13 divided by 30. So that would be 43.3%. 17 divided by that row's total of 30. 17 divided by 30, that would be 56.7%. And then 30 divided by 30 is 100. So when you add these two added together should equal 100. Okay, now we're going to take the last row. Again, we're looking at this by row. We're dividing every number in each row by that row's total. So 28 divided by 55. 27 we're going to divide by 55. Okay, so when you take this 28 divided by 55 and round that, you're going to get 50.9. 27 divided by 55 would be 49.1. And then notice this plus this is going to add up to 100. Okay, let's take a look. Sometimes you're going to be asked a question. Okay, so it says men and women are asked what kind of car they own, a two-door or a four-door. It says which type of car is more popular. So which type of car is more popular? Well, the two types of cars you have to choose from are two-door and four-door. Which type is more popular? Okay, well, look at the totals of the two-door and the four-door. So which one is more popular? Well, four-door is bigger, so four-door is a little more popular. Okay, let's just take a look at one more. So if you look at the next page at the top,